Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Kyle, and here on this channel, I love to talk about tools and build things. So today we're gonna talk about a tool. If you wanna watch some of my building videos, you can go ahead and scroll through the channel, and there's a lot there to watch. I try to share all my tips and tricks and how-to methods of building really everything that we've ever done. So if you like that, go ahead and check that out. And if you do find the channel helpful, if you wanna see more, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. If not, that's no hard feelings. Maybe you'll come back anyway and watch a couple videos. But today what we're going to do is talk about the Paslode, specifically their new nailer, the CFN325XP, which is the newest iteration of their, what I would say is a very well-known nailer. I mean, if you're in the trades, if you've looked at buying a framing nailer, you've probably come across this orange Paslode framing nailer. So today's video, what we're gonna be talking about is Paslode's brand new XP framing nailer. This is the CFN325XP, and it's slowly being released right now, getting out to people. And by the time you see this video, you'll definitely probably be able to purchase this. This is the latest iteration in the Paslode framing nailer line. And to be honest, I think if you probably have been in the trades, you've heard of a Paslode framing nailer because they've been around forever. They're super bulletproof and a lot of guys use them. So for this video, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I'll talk to you guys about the features of this tool, and I'm very excited to announce that Paslode has partnered with the channel RRBuildings here, and they're providing us with their tools to use, which is obviously awesome. And I get to share that with you guys, hopefully helping you, educate you on maybe a future tool purchase. So like always, I want to be open and honest with you. I did not buy this nailer. But with that being said, I'm also never going to steer you guys wrong. And I try to always partner, I always partner with companies, brands that I can stand behind personally, because in the end, that's the most important thing. I'm not here to steer you guys wrong and to make a company money and leave you guys out in the cold. My goal is to bring you guys along with what I feel is the best to do at the moment and to help you guys out. So Paslode, thank you for being a partner of the channel. And if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can leave me a comment. I have good access to people at Paslode that I can get answers for you. So let's go ahead and open up this Paslode tool and take a look at it. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna look at when we open this up is obviously the tool itself. You guys, okay, I've been using when the DeWalt battery powered nailer came out, I went and got it. When the Hitachi came out, or the now Metabo HPT, I got it. When the Milwaukee framer came out, I got it, because I'm always looking for the next tool innovation. I want something that's better, faster, stronger, cheaper, all that good stuff, right? Cool also. I want things that are cool. And when something new comes out, you kind of run and you want to go give it a try. And all those nailers, they all are good in their own right. They all have their own positives and negatives. But when you pick up a Paslode, after you've been using specifically, I mean, I've been using the Milwaukee framer a lot, you kind of forget how lightweight and just comfortable and ergonomic this thing is. And that is one of the things we're going to talk about, which is a huge bonus to having a gas battery combo. So we've got a charger, look at that tiny little charger, and I've got so many of these glasses. These are, I've had a lot of Paslode tools over the year, and they do give you a nice pair of glasses. We've got a battery. This is all that powers the tool itself. It's a 16 watt hour, 7.2 volt battery, and that's it, man. It's super tiny. With this battery alone right here, this is gonna power this nail gun to shoot 9,000 nails. All right, so this is a combo pack. So this is a Paslode combo pack. It's something that you can buy when you get your nails, and it's gonna come with your nails, and it's also got a fuel inside. This is a Paslode fuel cell, and these are about 10 bucks a piece. You can buy them in 2 packs. I'm pretty sure you can buy these in 2 packs for about $18, so you can get the price down if you're buying multiple. But this is what is going to be most people's excuse as to why they don't want to use a Paslode. I used that excuse for a while, but there's actually some benefits to using a fuel versus a fuel battery combo versus a battery only combo. This is what's going to be powering the Paslode with the addition of the battery. So right here on the top, that's where you're going to slide in your fuel, and that locks down. And then that's it. You're going to get about 1,200 nails out of that fuel cell. So every time, let's see, this is 1,000 nails right here. So that gives you an idea. These 1,000 nails, you're going to have to buy a new fuel cell most likely. Probably not this exact 1,000, you might get a couple more. I don't know why Paslode doesn't just give you 1,200 nails. Not sure. Other than that, I mean, oh, we got a new bypass follower. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, okay, so lock in, pull back. Cool, cool. Now that we've got the box opened, we know what's in there. No fuel cell, no nails, but I really wouldn't expect it to come with the nailer because that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But let's talk about the specs of the nailer. Now, the biggest thing, the number one reason most people like the Paslode is because of its weight, its size, its ergonomics, and those are the greatest features of it, the reason I like to use it. It comes in at 7 pounds, okay? That right away, and it's hard to really equate. If I say this is 7 pounds, the Milwaukee Framer's over 11 pounds with its battery, that doesn't seem like a lot. And I would agree that sometimes if a tool just works that much better, a couple extra pounds, you're gonna get through with it, okay? Because you're gonna do it. But this is 55% lighter, which means over the course of the day, you're just gonna use a lot less energy. It's not gonna be as cumbersome to have over your head, nailing on rafters, nailing up purlins, or carrying it around on your hip. It's just a lot lighter. Ergonomically, it just does a good job. There's a reason that this design of this nailer has not changed in so many years. I had an XP nailer, I don't know how many iterations ago, probably two iterations, I think, so 2 previous models. And it looked almost identical to this. They've done a little bit with the design, but the nose, the way the tip is, the sleekness of it is just really good. You've got a single clip design. They've got this new slide lock here that's designed on the new nailer. You can bring it back and it's gonna lock in so you can load your nails. I think the old ones, you had to put your nail in and then you'd slide it up. Sometimes it would shoot your nail out. Regardless, that's a nice feature. Very simplistic, the gun is, okay? There's no on-off button. You just put your battery in. You've got an off position, so it's gonna keep your battery in place so it's not falling out, but you can pull it out while you're using it to save the battery, or you can engage it all the way, and then you're gonna get your green light and you know that your battery is engaged, your tool is ready to go. So no on-off buttons, it's just boom, put your battery in and you're good to go. So that's a nice feature, I think. And when you're done, you can just pull it out, leave it clipped in so that you know you always got your battery, or you can remove it entirely and put it in your case. Here we've got an adjustable nose, so you can adjust this for your depth of drive. If you want to be nice and flush on the surface with a softer material, you can obviously change the depth of drive so you're not overdriving, or vice versa. If you're using a super hard material and you want to really drive that nail home, you can adjust it for that as well. So I think I said it already, but I'll reiterate. You're going to get 1,200 nails per fuel cell, okay? Each one of these, you're going to do 1,200 nails. You're going to get 9,000 nails out of a fully charged battery. And so that's going to be a nice thing. You don't have to worry typically about, I mean, for me, I'm probably never going to use these 1,000 nails in a full day because I don't think I'm ever doing anything that needs that many nails in one day, right? So you're never going to have to worry about I'm never going to have to worry about carrying an extra fuel cell. But if I do need it, and I do know I'm running close, because if I buy a box of nails like this, it's got the fuel cell in it, it's got 1,000 nails. I know when I run out of nails, I'm gonna be running out of fuel. I can just pop one of these in my tool belt. If it's super cold, I'm gonna throw it underneath my jacket, and that'll keep it warm and keep it, you know, even better performance throughout the day. So we talked about the ergonomics, we talked about the weight, we talked about just the simplicity, and I think overall tool being just really good in your hands, right? And that's one of those things that you don't really know until you use it. The only other spec that I think matters at this point is, well, actually there's two. Okay, one is price. $399 for the kit. that is pretty comparable, if not cheaper, than most other battery nailers out there. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about is the maintenance and service and warranty of the nailer. Paslode stands behind their nailers. The nice thing is, Paslode, these are assembled. The service centers are all about an hour and a half from my house. So maybe in the future, I'll be able to go take a look at that. If you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments, and I'll talk to Paslode about maybe getting into their facility. Obviously, we're still in this pandemic, this COVID crisis, and maybe going around is not the easiest or best thing to do, but if that becomes available, hopefully I can do that for you guys. But being so close, that's a great thing, but it doesn't matter. If you buy a Paslode, you've got a 2-year service promise. So for 2 years from the date of purchase, you can return this, send it in, and get it fixed, repaired at no cost to you. So that's awesome. Now, I've heard people say that their Paslode nailer was great when they got it, and then it stopped working so well, so they stopped using it. You do have to maintain the tool. There's a couple bolts up here you can easily access. You've got a screen that you got to keep clean because it's going to pick up debris. It's sucking in through this fan. And I always just go ahead and pick up a can of Paslode cleaner. I mean, I've had this for a while, but this is cordless tool cleaner, and you can spray this on the electronics. It's not going to hurt it, but I keep the areas clean that are always moving, where potentially the paper tape of the nail can get stuck in, or dirt and grime can get up here into all this. And I'm not going to do a service video right now. I'm not going to show you how to service this, but if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments as well, and maybe I'll put together a video on how you service your Paslode tools, or better yet, maybe I'll get a chance to go into the Paslode service center and see how they do it specifically, because the way I do it and the way they do it are probably different. Even if mine works and has worked for me, I'd rather do it their way, and maybe I'll learn something as well. Now, the one thing about this nailer is it does not have a bump fire mode. To be honest, I thought I would use the bump fire in my battery powered nailers more. I just never switch it over. You know, they have the button where you can go from single shot to a bump fire mode. I never do that because you can just pull the trigger as fast as you really probably want to. And we'll show you how fast the Paslode nails speed-wise, and I just don't think the bump fire is that big of a deal. What it does is it makes the design more simplistic. I don't have a bunch of buttons to push. I don't even have an on-off button. It's literally just put the battery in, your green light starts flashing, and you're good to go. This light will also tell you when your battery's dying. It'll start flashing green and red, and then it will go to like a solid red. So pay attention to that when you put the battery in, and you know if you've got a good battery. So that's the specs of the nailer. Really not a whole lot to talk about. I think you guys have already seen Paslode out and about. Maybe you've used them in the past. This is their newest model, the CFN325XP, and let's go ahead and let's shoot some nails into some lumber so you can get a feel for what it sounds like, what it feels like, maybe not what it feels like, but what it looks like to see the nails, I guess, go into wood. I mean, I don't know if that's even useful, but I know you guys are gonna say, you did a video and you didn't even fire it into any wood, so let's do that. So what I've got is I've got a piece of, this is Doug fir, hardwood for us anyway, that we're gonna frame with. I don't have any LVL. Now they claim that it will shoot through an LVL, but I don't have any LVL on me. I'm gonna probably get some in the next couple jobs, so I'll probably try to feature that if it does work or doesn't work on LVL material. I have been shooting it into LSL, which it doesn't go all the way through, okay? Even my Milwaukee framer didn't go through, my pneumatic framer did not go through. LSL material is just very dense, and it does not always go all the way through. Once in a while it does, but it's not consistent enough. So it doesn't matter. I can show you, I do. I've got a piece of LSL and I can show you how it does, but I already know it's not gonna go probably in all the way. That's really not, I don't think, that big of a deal because there aren't any nailers that are gonna go consistently into LSL. Not that I've used. With that being said, let's go ahead and fire some nails and see how this works. Here we've got 3x131 nails. These are Paslode. They've got this black coating, which is gonna help drive the nail and I do believe add holding power. When loading your nailer, you can pull this lever back, push it down, and it's gonna stay in the locked open position. Slide your nail in, pull back, and release. Now that's fully engaged. With the fuel cell, we're just gonna open this up, put the fuel cell in, close the lever down, and then lock it back into place. Now when we go ahead and engage the battery, and this tool is ready to fire. Okay, first I'm just going to go ahead and fire this into the Doug fir material. All right, there's no problem going into Doug fir. This is a hard framing lumber that we're going to use a lot of times for rafters, floor joists, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit faster. We'll see how it does on speed. The one thing you'll notice is that there is a little fan that I think ejects all that fuel burnt up, the gas. You know, it's just like an exhaust on a vehicle. So there's one thing that I never forgot, and as soon as I just use that, it brings back memories. The smell of the Paslode nailer, it does have a smell to it. It's not going to hurt you, so don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and check a little bit of speed because we don't have bump fire on this, and how fast can you actually use the nailer. So here we go. All right, so we got one proud, one still in there. A lot of that could actually be me as the user because, oops. A lot of that could be me as the user just on the way you do it. I was trying to go as fast as possible. I probably pulled my nailer out. I don't want to give excuses for the Paslode. I mean, if that happens, it happens. It happens on all nailers. Not everything is perfect. However, depth of drive, if you're taking, you know, the time to push the nailer down and pull the trigger and leave the nailer there, not pull it away as fast as you can to get to the next one, that's no issue. Now, one thing that I will say about the Paslode that I really do like over a lot of its competitors is toenailing, okay? If you have to toenail a lot, there is nothing better than the Paslode. Because of the design of the tip, it just grabs in, and the angle, you can really get in here and get a nice toenail. And I didn't adjust my depth of drive. That was dumb of me. Let's do that. Okay. So there you go. You know, obviously these first couple, that was a bad depth of drive. This one, I'm not sure, maybe once again, my angle, but consistently very good toenailing, and it just grabs really nice to the material. Okay. So toenailing is great with the Paslode. I really like that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the LSL. Once again, I said it's not going to do a great job going through LSL. One thing I noticed is it did perform fairly decent on the toenailing. So let's go ahead and try that one first. Okay, so not horrible. I mean, the head is just proud, but that's not a big deal. You see that all the time. And I nailed it to my table. Not bad. Now let's say you're nailing a wall together on the ground and you're coming through the top plate or bottom plate into the stud. This is what you're going to get. Okay, it's not going to want to sink. That one did, not too bad. It's not going to want to always sink right into an LSL, and it does not matter if you're using the Milwaukee, the Metabo, or any pneumatic nailer unless you crank the pressure way up and do damage to your gun. If you guys know of a good solution to nail into LSLs, let me know because I love using them. They're awesome. If you guys watch the Music Garage video or even the Cabin in the Woods video of recent, we used LSL in that, and it gives you a great straight wall, so I do like them. All right, I could sit here all day and fire nails into wood. I don't think it's really gonna make a difference, okay? If you guys wanna see more action of the nailer being used, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow along because I will be using this. Greg and I will both be using one. We've got 2 of them, and we've got a partnership with Paslode for the next year, minimally, maybe longer, I hope. I always like to be optimistic, but the point is of this video to introduce you to the new nailer, talk about its features, and then, you know, talk about some of the benefits of going with the battery and fuel cell system like Paslode over a battery only system. It's not all positives. There's always going to be pros and cons. It's going to be what fits you best as a contractor, as a homeowner, whatever you see to be the best fit for you. My goal is not to tell you what you should do, it's just to give you the information. You're gonna see lighter weight, a more ergonomic tool if you go this route. It's going to last longer per charge, longer per fuel cell than if you were to use a battery-only system. You're probably gonna have more durability based on the claims of Paslode. This is gonna last longer before you need service. But if you do need service, you've got a 2-year service guarantee. So they're gonna cover all the costs associated with your nailer to get it repaired and to get it back in your hands versus, all the different manufacturers have their own warranties. Do your research, obviously, because that stuff is important. You do have the cost of fuel. You do have to buy fuel every 1,200 nails. Those are all for you to consider. I'm not here to tell you to go out and spend $400 on a Paslode, although Paslode would love that. My goal is to tell you that we're gonna be using it. I like the Paslode framer. I've never not liked it. I look forward to using it more and sharing with you guys more as I go. We got some giveaways coming throughout the year, so make sure you're following along. And the Paslode framer will be getting released quite soon. So if you guys got any questions, drop them below in the comments. Like always, I'll do my best to answer them. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.